What's up, everybody, and welcome to Real Time for the Real Everyday Movie Fan. I'm Josh Williams.
And I'm Ryan Murphy.
Today we're giving you our real-time review of the Justice League.
The Justice League?
No, just
Justice
League,
League.
I guess. But here's one question. Here's one thing we all, like, for any of you who follow us kind of, I guess, regularly, everyone knows how much he loathes the DCU as a whole.
I never said I loathe it.
As a whole,
We're getting...
Hang on. You hate, like, you don't like a lot of the things in DCU.
I did not especially care for the first two. I never expressed extreme
Besides
distaste.
Wonder Woman,
Suicide Squad was horrendous, but I never said that.
But
the
besides,
first two
regardless,
terrible. I didn't care for them.
Regardless,
okay.
A lot of people I'm sure are wondering because everyone thinks you're just a DC hater.
I think most people think I'm a hater.
Yeah.
Let's go with that. Like, I hate movies.
So now I guess those people are wondering, and probably had some suspicion that Ryan's just gonna think it sucks. Yeah. Well,
I liked it.
Hey.
One thing I can tell you is you got to be free. My turn. Come together. Right now. Come together. Right now.
Shall we?
Okay, so clearly Justice League was directed by Zack Snyder, and it stars Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill, Gal Gadot, Jason Momoa, Ezra Miller, Ray Fisher. That's the Justice League. Has supporting roles. People pop up. J.K. Simmons, Jeremy Irons, of course.
Amber Heard. Amy Adams and
Diane Lane, of course, and Billy Crudup, one of my favorite character actors.
So
yeah,
let's get, now that's out of the way.
Yes,
we both got to see this, obviously. Let's start off with you. You liked it.
I liked it. It wasn't, I will say it wasn't anything super special. Like, that's the thing. As I watched it, was like, this is kind of thin. This is just sort of, doesn't have a lot of the meat to it, right? But it's an enjoyable enough,
What was your score?
Thing. I think I'm probably going to give it a 7.3.
Wow.
Out of 10. Yeah, that's the thing. Is like, I was like, okay, well, they're just gonna get together and then they're gonna fight Steppenwolf, and and what a lot of people are saying out there, and we'll reference this, is one of the weaknesses of this movie is it does not have a super duper villain.
Yeah.
People are really online trashing the villain. Joss Whedon, who handled the reshoots, as you know, kind of caught some flack today if you're checking the comic book movie news. For liking some tweets that criticized the villain.
Yeah.
Because he just kind of came in at the end, so I'm sure if he had built the film up from the beginning, he would have obviously made it different. So he's actually kind of trashing the film that he helped make. So he's getting some flack for that. Not a super great villain, not Loki, right? But so partially for that reason, I suppose, and for some other stuff, we don't really get some super great depth or backstory in some of the characters. So kind of thin, sort of not super substantial, right? But fun, enjoyable enough. Nothing really terribly bad. There's some other stuff I want to get into, but we'll go ahead with you.
I will say, I saw a lot of people giving flack for Steppenwolf, which I will say he is a weak villain. I hear a lot of people on the critics and whatnot saying he's a bad villain, and that because a lot of people, if it's a weak villain, they'll give him a pass, like the Yellow Jacket or Zemo in Civil War. Just I can name off a few, or like even Ares was kind of a little thin. Just kind of it goes on and on that you can give some of them passes. A lot of people aren't giving him a pass, which I find weird. But I'll get on that soapbox later. I like this movie a lot. It has its problems for sure, but in my opinion, the good outweighs the bad. I'm going to give this a 7.5 out of 10. I'm sticking with that. That was my initial score, and I just saw it again a couple of seconds ago. An hour ago.
7.5, 2 points higher than me.
Just 2 points higher. I stuck with that. I last night, but when I saw it for the first time, I was like 7.5. I think that's solid. There are problems, and some are minor, some one's big. But let's start off with some of the things I liked. Was the Justice League, the characters that we were supposed to love. Their camaraderie together was great. A lot of the dialogue between the two, Gal Gadot and Ben Affleck's time together was really awesome. They had great chemistry online, not romantic chemistry, but like friend chemistry. A lot of great, on-screen chemistry.
It's supposed to be romantic chemistry. We'll see that. They're totally gonna do it in the future.
A lot of the standouts for me were for Batman, Cyborg, and Wonder Woman. Now, Ezra Miller's Flash was great, and so was Jason Momoa's Aquaman. But for me, the ones that really stood out, in my opinion, were Cyborg. He had a lot of depth because he kind of is inaugural. He's not inaugural. He's kind of important to the story in a sense of like moving throughout this. And just of course, Gal Gadot's, as Wonder Woman, she is consistently great. Since Wonder Woman, it transfers onto here just as well. And Ben Affleck as Batman, I mean, he's gotten, I think, better as time goes on. And everyone knows we've covered the story. Danny Elfman was come back and he was going to include the original Batman song. And oh my God, you nerd out like a mofo when that happens. And it's it's
the
fantastic.
clips online. Just you don't.
It's fantastic.
It only takes like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
It's like 5 seconds of screen time, but it is glorious.
And one of the things I loved about when the Justice League's on screen, and even this is not a spoiler, Superman's supposed to be in the film. When he's on screen, it's I think the Superman that a lot of people are wanting. I personally have loved Superman since the beginning, but I mean the brightness of the suits are there, the attitudes are there, like it's a change of attitude through all of them. And what I love is the fact that there's such great synergy when they're all on screen. And what I mean by that is their attitudes, their character, like them displaying the characters, the action sequences, the music when they're on screen, the camaraderie of two men. It has such great synergy that it's so fun to watch them on the screen together, and I loved it. So let's go on with you. I'll get in. Those are a lot of the big things I liked. I'll get into some overalls later. But what about you? Some of the things that you actually really liked?
I mean, I liked I liked some of the characters. I thought they had some decent chemistry. Get into a negative a little bit. I didn't think they really had. I didn't think there was like I said, not a lot of meat. But for what we do see is nice. Joss Whedon obviously came in and wrote and directed a couple more scenes. There's one scene that is a Joss. I watched that's a Joss scene. I've been an admirer of his for over 10 years. So I mean, that's a Joss scene. And so some of that's really nice. Some of the action, it just kind of was fun.
Yeah,
that's
it was fun.
It was fun.
One of the things I think was really lacking, as we talked about earlier, was Steppenwolf, and it wasn't just the villain itself. It was the CGI. It was extremely lacking. Now it's not Matrixly loaded awful, but it's
not Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
It's not. Yeah, it's nowhere near that.
And for me, it's his face.
Yes, the face was.
They should have just cast an actor and had an actual emoting human face in there. Because as it is, he's like, I am Death Animal.
Yeah. And that kind of segues to some of the other things. Like some of the CG wasn't very great. One of the biggest ones that really stick out to me is. Everyone knows the stories that have come forth about, Henry Cavill was not allowed to shave his mustache. Oh, man, the CG was very noticeable for me.
I never noticed. I was looking for it the whole time. I don't know what you're talking about.
There's
I was
lot
like,
of
wait,
scenes,
I don't.
There's a lot of scenes where when he's talking, I just see it and I'm like, whoo. That's like some, spoiler alert, that's like some Princess Leia on Rogue One.
We're going to have to go see it again, and you're going to have to point that out to me because I was looking for it.
I will. But that kind of goes. But we'll go back to Steppenwolf. Besides that, and a lot of his motivations were unclear. Like he kind of got the gist, but he didn't get enough meat to it, which made him a very weak and lacking villain. And like you said, the development. But besides that, I'll get into some of my overalls. I really loved this movie. I had a lot of fun. I'll go ahead and let you. You have any?
You really loved this movie? It's a 7.5.
I guess yeah.
You really enjoyed this.
I really enjoyed this movie. Thank you. He caught me. I really enjoyed this film. Yeah, there was quite a few plot holes. There was a lot of things that didn't match up to what you learned from Batman vs. Superman compared to what it is now. There's some plot holes that we can't give it away, but I can recommend this for you guys. I say go see it in the theater. I feel like this movie is getting a lot of flack that's not deserving. Yes, I said before, there's a lot of problems with the film, but the good outweigh the bad. The film is a lot of fun, and I don't believe it's deserving this Rotten Tomatoes score right now, which is sitting at about 36%.
I don't understand
36%. I'm not understanding that.
It's fine. It's a fine movie, 7.3, not great. Go, have some fun. I can recommend it.
That'll do us for today, folks. Thank you very much for watching. What did you think of Justice League if you have seen it? Leave your comments in the section below. Give us your positives and negatives and your score out of 10. If you haven't watched it, what are you excited for? What are you not excited for? What are your worries? Jump in the comments, share your thoughts, and let's get the discussion going. Also, if you like what you watch, then hit that like button, subscribe to our channel so you can see more of our various content in the future. Also, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. The links are in the description below. Again, thank you very much for watching. I'm Josh Williams.
And I'm Ryan Murphy.
And thank you for keeping it real.
With Real Time.